Welcome to my YouTube channel, Math with Teens. Yes, and that is me, Mom Teens. Our topic today is solving quadratic equations by completing the square. Yes, guys, this is our third method, how to get the solution of quadratic equations. So, guys, extracting square roots and factoring are usually used to solve quadratic equations of the form ax squared minus c is equal to 0. If the factor of the quadratic expression of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are determined, then it is more convenient to use factoring to solve it. Then, another method of solving quadratic equations is by completing the square. This method involves transforming the quadratic equations ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 in the form of x minus h quantity squared is equal to k, where k is greater than or equal to 0. But before we proceed to get the solution, let us make it perfect. So we will discuss it first because this is important in our topic. Determine a number that must be added to make each of the following a perfect square trinomial. Then, express a perfect square trinomial as a square of binomial. Example number 1. X squared plus 2x plus blank. What must be added at the last term? To get the last term, get the second term. The coefficient of second term is 2. Then get half. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Then multiply by itself. 1 times 1 is 1. So you are going to write x squared plus 2x plus 1. And that is our last term. After that, this is a perfect square trinomial. We will proceed to the square of binomial. So the factor of that is x plus 1 times the quantity of x plus 1. Then we will write that as x plus 1 quantity squared. And that is our answer. Okay, to better understand, this is number 2. Make it perfect. X squared minus 20x plus blank is, get the second term, the coefficient is 20. So get half of that is equal to 10. Multiply by itself and that is 100. Then we will write that at the end, at the last term, and that is 100. After that, this is a perfect square trinomial. So let us get the square of binomial. So the factors are x minus 10 times the quantity of x minus 10, and we will write that as x minus 10 quantity squared. And that is the square of binomial. Okay, to better understand again, number 3, make it perfect. X squared minus 5x plus blank. So our second term is 5, and this is the odd number. So what is the half of 5? So the half of 5 is 5 over 2 is equal to 5 over 2 also. Then multiply by itself. 5 times 5 is 25. Then 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And that is our last term. X squared minus 5x plus 25 over 4. And that is a perfect square trinomial. And what is the square of binomial? So the factor of these are the quantity x minus 5 over 2 times the quantity of x minus 5 over 2. And we will write that as x minus 5 over 2 quantity squared. And that is the square of binomial. Okay, the fourth example. X squared plus 11x plus blank. So what must be added? So get the second term. The coefficient is 11. Divided by 2 is equal to 11 over 2. Multiply by itself. And that is 11 times 11 is 121. And 2 times 2 is 4. So the last term is 121 over 4. So this is now a perfect square trinomial. And let us get the square of binomial. And that is the quantity of x plus 11 over 2 times the quantity of x plus 11 over 2. That will be the square of binomial. Then we will write that as x plus 11 over 2 quantity squared. So this is now the answers. Okay, I have last two examples. Number 5. How about if the missing is the middle term? X squared plus blank plus 64. So how can we find the second term? You will do is to get the last term. Our last term is 64. Then get the square root of 64. Square root of 64 is 8. Then multiply by 2 is 16. So our middle term is 16x. So x squared plus 16x plus 64 is our perfect square trinomial. Then let us write in the square of binomial. The quantity x plus 8 times the quantity x plus 8. So our answer is x plus 8 quantity squared. And that is the square of binomial. And our last, make it perfect. X squared minus blank plus 81 over 4. So what must be added? So get the last term, 81 over 4. So square root of 81 over 4 is 9 over 2 times 2 is 9. So that will be our middle term. X squared minus 9x plus 81 over 4 is our perfect square trinomial. And the square of binomial, the quantity x minus 9 over 2 times the quantity x minus 9 over 2. And we will write that as x minus 9 over 2 quantity squared. So this is the first part of solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So we will continue this next time. So guys, this is the end of our topic today. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.